Good evening and Assalamu alaikum. Abdullah Khan is here from Pakistan Institute for Conflict and Security Studies. With me is Mr. Guldad, our Director of Research. Today we will discuss the emerging security situation in Balochistan, and we have started this video series for you, a video show where we will briefly analyze the security situation. For complete and deep analysis, you can subscribe to our security assessment reports, but today we will briefly discuss what is happening in Balochistan. Mr. Guldad, that BLA has carried out multiple attacks simultaneously at different places like Musa Khel and Kalat and other places of Balochistan. And they have also claimed that they have taken control of some key highways. How credible is this claim? And what is the significance of BLA previously just targeting one position at a time, but now simultaneously they are targeting multiple places? How much significant is that? And how suddenly BLA got such capability that it is not only carrying out attack in central parts of Balochistan, but also in Pashtun belt, which is Musa Khel, which is purely Pashtun belt. So how do you see these developments? Suddenly, we have seen that many attacks taken place in Balochistan.
Well, I think this is not the first as such coordinated attacks, though the intensity of the attacks may be larger this time around. Previously, BLA had claimed carrying out an attack in different locations. And after that operations, you know that situation in much area remained volatile or tense for almost 3 days. And actually, I guess this was the first that much coordinated attack in much. After that, the BLA felt that such attacks could have the larger impact on, number one, on the local population. It has the larger impact on the international perception. And number three, probably, I guess, the BLA is trying to actually create a sense of insecurity among the masses. And such attacks actually provide them that much space to actually fulfill their objectives, number one. Number two, so far as you have asked that how this BLA actually increases capacity, BLA has increased its capacity over the period of time. This was not this cannot happen overnight. The situation in Balochistan is evolving very rapidly. If you just recall that Pakistan has taken some serious measures against various, smuggling activities and other such activities. And I believe that BLA, like many other militant groups, were actually affected by these carbon on smuggling and other illegal or illicit activities. So the BLA is actually facing some sort of pressure, economic pressure, and this economic pressure is impacting their operations. And they actually, I guess, though this situation is evolving and you may have some different information coming sometimes later, but I believe that these attacks were carried out of frustration. Because if they are facing resistance in terms of their financial resources, and if they have their problems in generating those resources from other sources, they will be doing such type of attacks. This is what I believe personally. And what maybe your suggestion might be different, or your understanding might be different. What is your take on that?
I would like to agree with you, especially regarding this smuggling issue. But I will try to highlight another aspect. The smuggling network in Balochistan is not just limited to BLA. It is facilitated from within the system. People from within the system, people in the bureaucracy, people in the security forces, people and at different key positions. And I see that during last 1 year, we have seen that Pakistani Army Chief General Asim Munir has taken very strong stance against smuggling, not just on Pak-Iran border, but also on Pak-Afghan border as well. And this is the whole nexus of terrorists with smugglers and the people sitting within system. So I see that this situation, the situation which is getting deteriorated in different parts of Balochistan, has some backing from within the system. Those elements within the system who were benefiting from these smuggling. They must be facilitating. Otherwise, it is not possible that Pakistan, having such kind of technological superiority, having drones and many other facilities where they can easily track the movement of militants. Now we have seen during last few months that they roam very openly. During Eid, the previous Eid on Eid al-Adha, we have seen that BLA people, they blocked roads and kidnapped people and took away, and openly they were roaming around, and they have demonstrated their people, going on pickup trucks and other places of Balochistan, and they have showcased that in their promotional videos. This is a new phenomena emerging from Balochistan, which cannot happen, especially Pakistan having very superior, military capabilities, counter-terrorism operation, because Pakistani security forces are well equipped, well trained, and it is not possible. So we have to see that, putting your house in order. What are these elements who are from within, maybe facilitating to the terrorists? Because without this facilitation, they may not be able to mobilize. This is my take. You may agree or disagree with this, but
This is one possibility. But secondly, I believe some external forces might also be playing its role, because if you just recall that not only as you have said, that not only these military groups like BLA are the Baloch militant groups, but even TTP and other and its affiliates are also affected by this actually curb on the movement at the international border. These curbs have affected their financial inflows. So that's one of the reasons. And secondly, the external forces are trying to actually destabilize the country. If you just recall, yesterday in Karachi, we have seen two groups fighting against each other. Those were the Sunni and Shia groups. Probably in Golimar area in Karachi, those two people were killed and probably 9 people were injured. So I believe that different fault lines are being exploited, and there is a possibility that some violence in other parts of the country may come up in coming days. And as you have said, that not only people within the system, but I believe that the political situation, the evolving political situation is also having some role in these unrest, maybe influenced by the external forces, or maybe from within the system.
So you mean that the political instability in the country is also adding fuel on the fire?
Yes.
So do you see that this is because the attention is perhaps diverted from the key issues of security rather than handling the security issue, especially for Pakistani establishment? Is this reason? Are there are other reasons why this political instability is causing the security concerns? What is the linkage between this?
I believe that counterterrorism cannot be actually effectively. You cannot counter this threat of terrorism without the support of the masses. Number one. Number two, you need the political support. And when there is some sort of trouble outside, I mean, in terms of political instability, when the people are fighting against each other, when the parties are at odds with each other, the focus of the nation as well as the political forces against this threat is not that much actually that is required. This is one of the reasons that you have seen that if you just recall that once the government had announced that we will hold a all parties conference on this new security issues and the new operation that was announced by the government in July this year. So the all parties conference could not be held, but that was because there is not that much consensus within the political parties how to deal with the situation, and when there is no consensus within parties, definitely the general masses are not in favor of that kind of operation.
Thank you, Mr. Guldad. I tend to agree with you, because all the military operations Pakistan has conducted were successful only when there was political backing. After APS Peshawar attack, we have seen all political parties coming together and announcing national election plan, and then we have seen drastic reduction, and it was actually the public backing. So we need to stabilize the political situation in the country to win over this emanating threat of terrorism in different parts of country. Thank you very much for watching. We will bring to you another episode very soon. Let's see what response you give, what feedback you give, and that may encourage us to come up with another episode for you. Thank you very much.